It's recording. Time lapse is live.
Hi, welcome to Mom's House. I'm Blue McLeod from Project Holger Toko, and the song's called No More Sleep. It's dark at the end of the hall, it's been a long climb. I'm scared now, I'm falling down the stairs with the wings beating the sides. Oh my god, think that I could fly, they're eating my insides. There's a light at the end of the corridor, shining through the gaps between the locks on your door. Laughter from my best friend and your better friends. I don't understand, why do they go silent when I'm here? I think you know. I think you know. All these strangers are telling me that you're not worth that. I don't believe that's true. Everything reminds me of you, and you're everything that pulls me through. All these strangers telling me that you're not worth that. I don't believe that's true. So even if there's nothing left, I'd still like to think I tried my best. Still like to think I tried my best. Cry, 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 and 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 cry, 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 and I can never tell you why I cry, 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 and cry, 'cause you're all that I ever could have wanted to. Wish for you leave in an hour or so. Never take me when you go. All these things won't leave me alone, and there's just no way I'm gonna make it home now. But I can still believe that summer hurts itself in dying leaves, and I won't be cold. Can't sleep here anymore just to keep you trapped inside my dreams. You'll always be trapped inside my dreams. I'll always be trapped inside my dreams. All these strangers are telling me that you're not worth it. I don't believe that's true. Everything reminds me of you, and you're everything that pulls me through. All these strangers telling me that you're not worth it. I don't believe that's true. So even if there's nothing left, I'd still like to think I tried my best. Still like to think I tried my best. So I swear I tried my best. You're all that I ever could have wanted to wish for. All that I ever could have wanted to wish for. All that I ever could have wanted to wish for. All that I ever could have wanted to cry, 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 and cry, 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 and cry, 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 and cry, 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 and cry. Thank you.
Well, that was great. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's so great to meet everybody from the community in Winnipeg, and
Yeah.
a lot of people I've never met before, but I'm making some good friends.
Yeah. It's community is definitely full of like a lot of really nice, cool people. So I'm really
Yeah.
happy to be a part of it.
And almost everybody knows Mike, our sound guy.
Yeah.
So I mean, solid connection there.
Yeah.
But there's a question I ask a lot whenever someone comes from a band with like an interesting name. I ask where I came from. So where'd the name Grotoko come from?
Grotoko is a mix between the words grotesque and rococo. And
Okay.
yeah, it's kind of like rococo being like an art style that was very colorful and asymmetrical. And I guess like the name doesn't really have a lot of a story behind it. I guess it's one of those names where it's not supposed to necessarily make sense. And yeah, so yeah, a mix between the words grotesque and rococo. And I guess it kind of had something to do with music because it sort of, I guess when I first started putting stuff together, it kind of, what I was going for was like a collage of sounds, kind
Okay.
of, and like sounds that you wouldn't normally listen to. So like, I mean, yeah, the album that I have is, it uses a lot of ugly sounds. So I mean, that's, yeah, it's a name, really,
Yeah.
mainly.
But like the sounds and the names, though, it's just like two things that go together really well. And
Yeah, I
yeah,
guess
I think
so.
it really works. That actually like the kind of the sounds you use on the album leads me to the next question. How you saying it's kind of like a collage of sounds.
Yeah,
And you designed the album art yourself, right?
I
For your
did.
albums, yeah. And your albums are also like, I guess the art's kind of collage. I think that would make
Yeah,
sense almost.
it is.
But do you find like, is there a connection between like visual art and like audio for you?
I find like when I'm creating art and when I'm creating music, I find like the ideas tend to come from the same place. I think like it almost feels like the same process. But like in the case of the album, like there was definitely a lot of like, it's almost like, I guess I was trying to explain certain things, like certain feelings and whatever on the album, but like, so I was doing that as much as I could through sound, but it's almost like I feel like the art is just like a huge chunk of the explanation. So yeah, it definitely, it is connected. Like,
Awesome, yeah. I find visual and audio really connect well for me too.
yeah,
Just I don't know. I think some of the most like I love movies. I want to go on to like make films one day.
yeah,
And I think what connects most for me when I watch a movie is when you have this really emotional visual part and it has like
yes.
an awesome score to it or an awesome song underneath.
Yeah,
And that just like, it just blows my mind every time. So
yeah,
that's like, I love that connection between visual and audio and how they can like come together
yeah.
and make something.
Yeah, I find with like any piece of music I listen to, like there's always an image attached to it somehow. Too.
Huh, interesting. I like that.
Yeah.
That the kind of collage aspect goes into my final question too. As you said before, you use a lot of different instruments and a lot of different sounds in your music. I think I was reading it on Bandcamp and it went from like piano and guitar and that to like kazoo and typewriter and just like all these different sounds coming together to make a single album,
Yeah.
which is, I find that to be a really cool idea. And I'm just curious what drew you to making like that kind of music, like bringing all these sounds together.
Honestly, I guess, like, I don't, like, I grew up being classically trained, so, I mean, some of the music that I wrote was actually, like, I actually wrote it down on sheet music before I actually recorded it or whatever, but, I guess, like, basically, like, my entire life, like, picked up guitar, then picked up violin, then picked up flute, and then I guess I just didn't stop picking things up. Like, I picked up accordion, and after a while, it sort of became, like before Grotoko became a project, it was kind of like me sitting in my room and just playing with things. And then I guess it got to a point where I couldn't stop adding things. Like there was one time I tried to do a project just for fun. It was like a 2-week thing. I tried to write an album in 2 weeks.
Oh, that is
But
fun.
like that was after We All Fell Down was written. So I was trying to challenge myself to like not use as many textures as I did
okay.
on We All Fall Down, and I failed. Like, I mean, a lot of the textures on the album kind of like the typewriter and like the weirder stuff. I feel like it kind of like every idea on there I feel like has a symbol behind it, like in a sense. Like, so yeah, like some things are sort of meant to like emulate things. It's sort of like, how can I explain this further and through music, and it kind of just ended up the way that it was.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like everything has its place on the album.
Yeah.
Like nothing is there just to kind of like be there, but this host of instruments is there for like a very specific purpose for each one.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh.
Like, I'm not even sure how I got to this point, but for some reason it's just the music I write. So
That's really cool. The thing is that like it's like I haven't found anybody yet, at least in the Winnipeg scene, that like sounds like you. Like you have this like unique sound because of all these different things you're bringing together.
thanks.
And yeah, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I think we're good to go. So if you want to go into your next song, feel free.
Next song I'm gonna play is called Hiding in the Bed. Here we go again. You've got a firm hold on my hand, and we're sinking through the sand. I suppose I should know to let you go, but are you indeed my friend? And if you are indeed my friend, will you stay or will you abandon me inside my head? Who could have known that a home could feel so alone? Safe in the dark and cold, can you hear them growling overhead? Whispering the barbed wire that isn't dangling her bed. Never again ring the lawyer's cries from underneath my skin. Never again the lie we sigh. Little did we know the way to go is always further below. There is a light underneath the dust. There is a home waiting in the undertow. Little did we know the way to go is always further below. There is a light underneath the dust. There is a home waiting in the undertow. Never again ring the lawyer's cries from under their disguise. Never understand as it melts before our eyes and crumbles into sand. Never again. Liars cry and hide under the bed. Thank you.
That was great. Thank you once again so much for coming in today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. As usual, this has been Mom's House.